Morning, friends. Today's my Wednesday vlog. Got my coffee on and gonna drink it. Nice and hot. And I'm not really sure what to talk about today. Making a lot of noise drinking my coffee. So I had a busy week, kind of, but it was still relaxing at the same time because I kind of had everything more ahead planned because, when the kids were sick, I kind of fell back and I was kind of working, like doing the videos and loading them up and doing them all right away. So kind of fell behind and I wasn't doing them like wherever that was ahead and not have to worry about it because of that, because I kind of like took the whole time off when they were sick of doing the videos. So yeah, I'm kind of catching up on where I'm not so lagged behind, which is nice. So I'm kind of just like, it's been relaxing not being so far behind. But I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about today. So this sweater drives me nuts. I'm looking at myself. Okay, so anyways, this is the books I was talking to you about, these Brave books. I picked them up at Walmart, but I was waiting for them to order more, and they only ordered 2 or 3 at a time, so I had to wait. And now I have them all. But these are the little journal books that I was talking about, and I painted some up and designed them, fixed them up. I wanted to do that. I wanted to kind of have the people who won the Brave journal books, I wanted them to have kind of the same journal I had. And so I did some things to them, beautified them up, and put my work on the covers and stuff like that, and I sent them off. I have a couple off now. I still have more to do, so I'll be sending more off. But this is the book I was talking about. If you can see it's just a small little Carrie sketchbook, but it's good for your Brave journal. See that? So yeah, I finally got them all because, like I said, they had 2, and then I had to pick up. No, the first time I think I picked up 1, then I had to pick up a couple at a time, and then I was just like and waiting for the last 3 to come in. Then we picked them up. That's all they had on the shelf. That's all they ordered for some reason. Don't know. Now they're gonna be ordering a bigger box because it's always empty, and then I don't know. But I might pick more up just because I like the idea. I like painting them. I like doing the nice thing. I guess you guys will see them. I did videotape one. I was making one. The other one I kind of was making it and I didn't quite tape it. But then I'm like, oh yeah, here I'm at this part. And then I'm like, oh, here's the ending. So did that with one of them. But the first one I did from the beginning to the end of the painting of it and what I did to it to personalize it for the recipient. So I think I'm just going to do a little recording of all of them anyway, and then just in case the person's, well, not that I expect people to do video on them or anything, but I would like to show what, how you can decorate them kind of thing or something like that. So I think I decided that, yeah, I'll video it and save it till everyone has theirs and that kind of thing, and then one day put it out there how I did that. So that's good. And so I've got a lot of those to do and send out by the 15th because I gave myself a deadline. And I made some paper clips. You guys seen that video, some of you? And I made some, I just painted these up on some scrap paper like this so you guys can do it on, this is just cards to advertise YWAP from a couple years ago. You guys can do it on mail. You know how you get that shiny card mail and all that kind of stuff. So it's just beautiful little flowers, and I did it on a black background. I gessoed it black. You guys can check out that video. And then I did them just on a white in the back, and just did some swirly little flowers. And my favorite colors for flowers are orange and red. So I love poppies, they're my favorite flower. But you can do any kind of flower, you can do fruits and all that kind of stuff. So these are how my paper clips turned out, if anyone can see them, because I'm holding them terribly. But they're nice and big, and I like them. So they're gonna go out in Happy Mail and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep a few, you know, for my magazines and journals and that kind of thing. You know, these are my original ones here. I did them on they're matte, so actually I sent some off to somebody, or actually a couple people, and so they're gonna get original matte ones, which are really nice too. But I also decided to try the glossy, and that's how I got this one difference in the gloss. So you can see. So I kind of like painting them myself, because there was a paperclip swap we had in International Crafters. Michelle hosted, Michelle King, and it was really cute. And I'm like making some paper clips and different things, you know, not just these, but I'm like, what else do I want to send? I want to send something I totally made, because I sent out some little crystal things that I put glued things on. I think you guys seen. I think Julie sent me some of those little crystal things, and you put the ice stuff on and you color it, whatever. I did made a couple of those into paper clips and that, and they're so cute. So I like them. And they're just messy, fun flowers, and they're easy peasy to make. And I made some similar with some postcards in the past, and sent those out, so some of you guys will recognize kind of the design. I really liked it, and so yeah, I kind of went with that design. I've done that design too. You guys will probably see in the future with something else, these little wonderful little rosettes type of things in a bluish flower, and it looked really, really nice. So one day you guys will see that project, but like I said, you know, I can't, that project was given away, so I gotta wait till that person gets that project. So anyways, that's cool. That's that. So poor Cora's over here, and she's got a bleeding nose. It's so sensitive. Oh. Yeah.
I have a tissue in it.
Yeah. Aw. Anyway. Anyways, so poor little monkey. You gotta do your nails again. I wanted to share a quick little share of these little rolls of burlap I got from the Dollarama. This one was $3. I think this one was like $2, but I took the little thing off to look at it. It's like a little ribbon. And the ribbon, I can't do it. I'm not doing Vanna very white, very Vanna white very good today. Anyways, and then for the couple of bucks, because I have lots of burlap, but I'm going to show you. Can they make a sweater more unshapely? Why would they make a sweater like this? Doesn't make sense. Why not have shoulders? And then the back, my back's cold because the back goes up. Okay, there, sorry. So anyway, I have some burlap I bought like a year ago or so, and it's really nicely thick earth weaved really tightly. And what I do with this burlap a lot of the time is, pretty much all of the time, is I will glue Mod Podge the back of the burlap, make it really stiff, and then I'll punch it with my more stronger punches, like my butterfly punch and stuff like that. And then I could punch out, or even use my big hicks with it. And if you glue one side of this burlap, it doesn't fray. You let it dry really, really well. And that's what I do to make embellishments and stuff like that with this. So that's why I use this particular burlap. I ordered this one online. Can't recall where I ordered it, but you can see how great the weave is. Is that a weave? And then, of course, the dollar store one, you can really see through. But I mean, it's really cool to have embellishments. And if I were to cut it, all I'd have to do is make 2 little strips with my glue. And then in between those 2 strips, just cut it right through. And then they won't fray. So you could use this for embellishments. And I know it's like bigger holes and stuff, but it is really cool and nice looking, so you can do lots with that. And then this one as well, you can see that it's got larger holes for $3. And of course I'm looking like, look at the funny face. I could feel it. I could feel my face going, oh. I don't know. And it says it's garland burlap. Of course, the picture of the garland's much prettier than the burlap they have in the roll. Can you see that? But you can use it for a lot of things. So for the $3 and the $2, it was worth it. So if you guys catch any of that, even though if you have a big slab of burlap, chances are if you ordered a big slab of burlap, you're going to have something more like this. And there's a lot of things you can do with it. So save it for some things like punch outs. Is that called punch outs? Yes, punch outs, and like using your big kicks. And if you guys want to see me do some of those, just let me make a comment below. I can show you guys. I think I had a video in the past, but I could show you guys how I get the burlap ready for that and what I've used it on and that kind of thing, to make some embellishments and that kind of thing. So that's that. I just thought I'd share because like for a while there, burlap was not really, I couldn't see it as a dollar. So now they're getting almost everything. It's quite, you know, like I said, it's really cheaply made, but loose weave, but it would work well with little embellishments and that kind of thing. This one too, like if you have an older printer, you can put these through the printer. I've seen videos, but I never done it. But and then like people have bought printers just for their burlap, and people do print off on their burlaps nice little things for their tables and stuff. I haven't, and I really do want to, but I have to buy a printer. And first of all, I'm going to buy a printer just to print because I haven't. And I know I keep saying that now lately. I need a printer, but I've been just sketching whatever I need. So it's not like a necessity, otherwise I would have had it by now. It's just like the reason I have an urge to do a reverse transfer, is that what it's called? One of those transfer things. And I think I need a jet one. And just one of these days. I told my husband, one of these days, if the price is right, just get me one. And then actually the funny thing about that too is that he bought me yesterday, because I was complaining, I was cutting newspaper into little pieces so I can make paper pulp, and I was like, my hands were hurting, and I was only a couple of strips in, and I'm complaining, and he was like, I said, I need a paper thing, but don't worry, don't rush it. And then all of a sudden he drops me off in my YWAP meeting, and then come pick me up, and then by the time I get home and everything's on the table, he got me a paper shredder, and it works really, really nice. So it's so exciting actually, because now I'm going to be doing like lots of paper thingamajigs. I'm going to try out and play. So I found lots of paper pulp recipes on Pinterest. So I'm going to try them out. And there's one online too. So I'm going to try them out. I think I'm just going to, in my mind, I feel like I just throw some glue in there. And I'm thinking maybe about glycerin, because I think with the glycerin, in my mind, this is what I would think, that when I'm using it to crunch my flowers and everything, it makes the fibers a little stronger and hold. And I find that that might work in my mixture of paper pulp. So I might just throw that in there just for the heck of it. Good measure. Darn sweater driving me crazy. It's a birthday present. No, my husband got for me. I have to like it. Anyway, I'm like, I want a sweater, but I want it to wear, like, fit properly. I don't want to look like the hunchback of Notre Dame. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to, I want to ask some questions about One thing is when I'm doing the around the world inspirations, maybe if some people could put some comments on places that they would like me to try to do some inspired art from. I know I think I might have got the Russian one wrong because Victor was like, no, wrong side with the egg. I know the egg is kind of more, well, of course, Ukrainian and that, but when I was looking at traditional Russian, what was I looking at? Art. The painting itself, the design was from that, and I did have some eggs and stuff like that too that they had. But so I'm not a professional researcher of art. But anyways, so sorry about that, Victor. But I was trying to get kind of the area anyway, and so anyways, if there's any areas you guys want me to kind of look into, I'm not promising you anything, but if you make a comment below, I could try to do that. There's lots of places I want to do still, but I'm kind of like been looking, thinking, what can I do for Europe, and I have an urge to jump all the way to Easter Island. So if that's okay with you guys, I think I'm going to do that soon because I have this really huge urge. Like yesterday, I was like, it popped into my head and I had to research the whole island and all that kind of stuff, and it was pretty cool. But so I'm thinking, well, is it kind of silly to jump from that area where I was in Russia, in Europe area, to Easter Island? So I don't think it really matters if I. So, anyways, but tell me what you guys think. I kind of want to jump into that. Don't know why. I was like, okay, well, what if I just do like England and do something with the Stonehenge? And I don't know. I kind of really am. You know, when you get that inspiration, and I'm kind of really liking the Easter Island thing, and I was thinking about doing something with that, like just a little sculpture or something like that, because yeah, it's cool. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of that, and I think that's pretty much about it about my vlog today. And I kind of like just got up and just got up. Well, not too long ago. I slept in today. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going down, fix my hair, and put my hair up. That's all I did is put my hair up in a bun. Because I'm like, no way. And jump in front of the camera. Yay, here I am. Anyways, I like to hear guys your comments and that kind of thing. So thank you guys in advance, and I will see you guys again next week, or well, I'll see you sooner, but you'll see this next week, and hopefully I'll have more interesting topic to talk about. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. Oh, I just want to say, like in a little less than a month, I have my YWAP conference coming up, and that project. I'm still thinking about oh my goodness, still thinking about a stage design, and my head's going crazy. I have some really neat designs in my head, but the room to make them, I'm thinking I could start off in a garage, but it's still cool outside, and I can't let it dry in a garage. I'm having some really, in my head, I need a big place, because in my head, yeah, I have this big thing in my head and ideas, but to test them too, they cost money, make sure it works out. I don't want to waste their money for that, because they will cover that cost. And if I don't make it right, then I'll be wasting my money, because there's no way I'm going to charge them for that, because I just give them my receipts net for the decorations and all that kind of stuff, and they pay for that, and I have a budget on that, and it's only like $300. So, and that's not a lot. And the year before, I actually just bought my own supplies for that and just charged them for minor things here and there that, you know, I got, and I have a receipt, right? Get receipt things, though. Pretty much had them all pretty much covered, but I don't want to do the same old thing with the lace and the tulle. I did tulle and all that kind of last year, but I have an idea in my head. I have an idea in my head, so I gotta figure out how to make it come true. So, I don't know why I'm blabbing about this. So, I'm thinking like what I wanted to do is put like some, because it's a theme, like not your typical girl or, you know, not just a princess kind of a thing, however it went. I wanted to have some dresses and stuff like that in the background. At first I was thinking about paper dresses and making them out of newspaper for the background, and maybe having a black backdrop and these dresses being just newspaper or that kind of thing. Or, and then I was thinking about, what about like plaster dresses or something like that, where just the bust is plaster and then the bottom's tulle or something like that, and making it like, so I have some ideas. I know it doesn't not sound like anything right now, but it's like taking the time to actually making the dresses and that kind of thing, and having a place to dry. And I have to have a way where I can pack it into my truck. Gotta not forget that. My truck is full. My seats are down and my truck is full when I get packing for YWAP. I have just so much stuff all the time. I have, yeah, usually so much stuff, because I do all the decoration designs of the conference as well as the one workshop, the art workshop, which has whole tons of supplies in itself that I bring here and then take away. So yeah. So anyway, that's my blah. But I'm thinking on that design for the, I don't want it to be just an easy design. I want it to be something really spectacular for the girls, something really special. So that's why my brain's just like, and I really want it to be kind of romantic, girly, a little bit still yet. And I still have a few ideas too for the more girls that are not that type. So with other clothing and stuff like that too, I was thinking like capris in the background, a tank top, you know, and having them in, I was thinking dipping them in like plaster Paris or something like that, and then having them stiffen them up and then hanging them from the stage, like in the stage, and having them like white or off-white. So that's my weird idea. Just getting it done and figuring out drying place and not getting it everywhere. And then I have to, of course, put shape the clothing and all that kind of stuff. Fill it in. But I'm more worried about where to put it and drying it in a place where it'll actually dry, because it's so cold still outside, especially at night. So that's my big concern. Anyway, my brain's going, and I keep talking, and I will let you guys go. So I'm still working on design for YWAP, and I will talk to you guys later. If you guys have any great ideas, you can give me a little comment about that too. But yeah, I'm being very kind of particular on that, because I want it to be something that the girls never seen before. But yeah, I think that if I do the dress design, I only need a couple of dresses, and then I want to do capris and, you know, a couple different outfits like that to show a little bit of everybody. And yeah, anyway, don't forget to craft like it up, and I will talk to you guys soon. And yeah, bye.